Thanks for checking out this narration. Before you proceed any further, head on over to my Patreon page and support. It's the best way to support me, and you get all my videos in one convenient place. When I was in high school, 11th grade, about 3 years ago, a friend of mine and myself took up a hobby. We would do what you would call urban exploring. It started as just exploring around school after hours, climbing onto buildings downtown, finding old buildings, stuff like that. Nothing illegal or bad. After about a year and a half, we started going to more abandoned places, homes, buildings. My friend Matt found out about a place in the woods near our town. About 45 minutes to an hour out of town, there is a massive forest that not many people go to, besides the high schoolers who go there to drink and do dumb shit. We set out one weekend to go to the place we found. We got to a path about 12:30ish on a Saturday. It was a stone path that twisted and turned through the woods. One day I'll go back with the camera. We followed it for about 15 minutes when we came across the massive gate. It was a nice looking gate, besides the moss and vines on it. The gate was slightly ajar, about enough to fit through. We should have took that as a sign, but we went in anyway. Little did I know, we made it into an abandoned mental hospital. The hospital had been shut down 40 or so years ago for no apparent reason. The place was also massive. The front doors were like 15 feet tall, but they were locked, so we walked around the building and found an open ground floor window. It wasn't open, but it was broken. We climbed in and we were in an office of some sort. As we walked around the 3-story building, we saw the average stuff you would see. Tables, chairs, paint peeling off the walls, the usual. As we climbed the floors, things started to get a bit weirder, as in things being out of place. Tables upside down, things like that. But the third floor was the worst. There was graffiti on the walls, satanic symbols on the walls and floors. In one of the rooms, there was a large puddle of dark-colored liquid. As Matt and I got closer, we slowly realized that it was blood. Fresh blood. There was also a bloody hand near the puddle on the floor, and a large blood streak right through the puddle. When we realized what we were looking at, we started to panic a little. We pulled out our phones and tried to call someone. Anyone. But we didn't have service in the goddamn woods. We stood there for a minute, thought about what we were looking at, and we heard something. It was a sound that was sort of like footsteps, but faster. We made as little noise as we could and listened. The sound got louder and faster the longer we waited. We also noticed that it was coming from a room a ways away from us. The hallway the sound was coming from had no lights or windows. We slowly walked towards it, and we started to hear a voice. A few voices. The door to the room was closed, but we could see a faint light coming from out from under it. We put our ears on the door to try and hear something. And I swear to fucking God, the door opened. A young lady, a little older than myself, was standing there. She looked at Matt and I with a confused look on her face, while we were scared shitless. She turned to Matt and asked, "Are you here to join us?" We looked at each other. "Join in what?" I asked. She moved to the side and motioned to the middle of the room. No joke. There were about 6 or 7 people sitting on the floor, what looked like a pregnant woman standing in the middle of them holding a candle. They weren't looking at us, but they weren't making any noise. I grabbed Matt's arm and said, "No, you must have us confused with someone else," and tried to walk away. The girl grabbed my hand and said, "You have to stay now. We need 2 more to finish this." She then pulled me in and tried to kiss me or something. I turned my head away and Matt said, "No, we have to go," and tried to walk away again when she wrapped her arm around Matt's neck and tried to pull him into the room. I pulled her off and Matt fell to the floor. I grabbed his arm, pulled him up, and reached for the door to close it. As I leaned in to close it, everyone in the room turned and looked at me. My heart stopped. We took off running as fast as we could. We got to the bottom of the stairs and looked up, and all the people there were looking over the balcony at us running, and the girl from the door said, "You can't get away from it." We booked it up the path and jumped into Matt's car. We sped away from there like a bat out of hell. We never went back there. And we've never told anyone about that day. Thanks guys for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, you can like and share along while commenting. Have you ever tried to go into some place that was abandoned? If you'd like to hear future narrations done by me, click on that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this narration, check out some of my playlists. If you would like for me to read any of your stories, true or otherwise, please email me at danscares@gmail.com. Until next time, sleep tight.